Hello and welcome. My name is Brianda, and I'm going to be your knowledge quiz host today. Good luck! Scram would be utilized where? An angry middle-aged man? Deploying fighter aircraft? Or detecting alcohol in sweat? Detecting alcohol in sweat. Which other country borders Zimbabwe where the Victoria Falls are located? Angola, Namibia, or Zambia? Zambia. What kind of automobiles participate in the annual worldwide rally for racing, stunts, and similar events held in cities? Cars, motorcycles, or speedboats? Motorcycles. What is the name for the statistical analysis of human populations? Democracy, demography, or demotion? Demography. Who among the following is the tallest? Brad Pitt, Clint Eastwood, or Tom Cruise? Clint Eastwood. How many guns were saluted as US President Bush arrived in Britain in 2003 as part of a state visit? 25, 41, or 60? 41. What is a galley with regards to a book? Discarded as faulty, a book with no known author, or copy printed for proofreading? Copy printed for proofreading. With whom did Eric Clapton record the album Riding with the King? Albert King, B.B. King, or Elvis Presley? B.B. King. What kind of sport is played on a 300 x 160 yard field using mallets with 52-inch handles? Croquet, polo, or softball? Polo. After its premiere in 1991, how long was the musical Cats in London's West End? 2 years, 12 years, or 21 years? 21 years. Which vitamin group do thiamine, niacin, and riboflavin fall under? Vitamin A, vitamin B, or vitamin C? Vitamin B. Where can one find the Great Karoo? Bhutan, Nepal, or South Africa? South Africa. Which river has Rome on its banks? Danube, Orange, or Tiber? In the 1960s, Rock Hudson starred with whom in a string of romantic comedies? Doris Day, Lucille Ball, or Pat Knight? Doris Day. Which sport did the Leominster Rams regularly came out on top? American football, ice hockey, or street hockey? Street hockey. Who was the recipient of the Nobel Peace Prize in 1984? Desmond Tutu, F.W. de Klerk, or Nelson Mandela? Desmond Tutu. Where would one find a simmer? Clothes and textile factories, in mines, or on the sports pitch? On the sports pitch. The extremely early hours of the morning are the blank of dawn, crack, pop, or snap. Crack. Which language is the most often spoken in the Galapagos Island? Greek, Maori, or Spanish? Spanish. Where was the car bomb that failed to ignite on May 1, 2010 and disarmed without causing any casualties? Leicester Square in London, Union Building, Pretoria, or Times Square, New York City? Times Square, New York City. Where did Molly Malone wheel her wheelbarrow, as the song puts it? Belfast, Dublin, or London? Dublin. Which nation is situated in the Pyrenees between France and Spain? Andorra, Liechtenstein, or San Marino? Andorra. Which sport is the word Royal Ascot associated with? Blackjack, horse racing, or cross country? Horse racing. What is the study of psephology? Elections and voting patterns, fossils, or the rising of sea levels? Elections and voting patterns. Who was the first person to receive a Nobel Prize in addition to an Oscar? George Bernard Shaw, Harold Pinter, or Sheridan Gibney? George Bernard Shaw. Which pigment bears the name of a city in Italy? Florence, Pisa, or Siena? Siena. As of 2023, what horse race is the richest in the world? Carnation Cup, Durban July, or Saudi Cup? Saudi Cup. Why were certain munition workers described as canary girls during World War I? TNT caused yellow stains on skin, the wore yellow overalls, or TNT packaging was yellow? TNT caused yellow stains on skin. Which flight was vanished in 2014 while traveling from Kuala Lumpur to Beijing? KL-180, MH370, or AB8380? MH370. Which year was Facebook first introduced? 1994, 2004, or 2014? 2004. Which of these nations lacks a capital city whose name begins and finishes with the same character? Andorra, New Zealand, or Samoa? New Zealand. What part did writer and comic actor Rick Mayall plays in the UK television series Blackadder 2? Lord Flashheart, Mad Gerald, or Prince Regent? Lord Flashheart. By what collective term were men from the 6th and 7th centuries BCE, such as Thales of Miletus, known in classical Greek tradition, the 7 sages or wise men, the 5 fathers or the father of philosophy? The 7 sages or wise men. What is a cedilla? A symbol used in writing, a type of flower, or coffee from South America? A symbol used in writing. On a netball team, how many players are permitted to attempt a goal? 2, 6, or all of them? 2. Which of these individuals was the first to win the Grammy, Tony, Academy, and Emmy Awards? Richard Rodgers, John Gielgud, or Helen Hayes? Which Richard Rodgers. To cook food, what kind of system or systems does an air fryer combine? Movement and pressure, pulsing radiant heat, or radiation and convection? Radiation and convection. Who is the most well-known individual who have completed a mile run in under 4 minutes? Alan Newell, James Treadwell, or Roger Bannister? Roger Bannister. Which kind of rock is usual for an Inselberg? Granite, grey-wack, or sandstone? Which kind of rock is granite? What does a magician often pull out of a hat? A rabbit. Which active ingredient makes up the majority of the household bleach? Ammonia, caustic soda, or sodium hypochlorite? Sodium hypochlorite. Which city was intended to be served by the drainage system constructed by Sir Joseph Bazalgette in the late 19th century? Frankfurt, Germany, London, UK, or Paris, France? London, UK. The canine companion in the 1962 animated television series The Jetsons was named what? Astro, Cosmo, or Comet? Astro. What happens when an expression or phrase is dictic, contains a command, refers to a spiritual belief, or it needs context? It needs context. Which sport serves as the focal point of the Breakpoint Netflix series for 2023? Chess, netball, or tennis? Tennis. When was the initial use of the Indian national calendar? March 22, 1957, September 3, 1984, or February 14, 2006? March 22, 1957. Who wanders the 100-acre wood that appears in A.A. Milne's novel on a regular basis? Bigfoot, E.T., or Pooh Bear? Pooh Bear. Which mountain range contains the carvings of the 4 presidential heads found on Mount Rushmore National Memorial? The Green Hills, the Red Hills, or the Black Hills? The Black Hills. What nation gave China sovereignty over Hong Kong in 1997 after 155 years of rule over the region? New Zealand, United Kingdom, or United Arab Emirates? United Kingdom. What is the study of stratigraphy in geology terms? The higher atmosphere, traction between tectonic plates, or rock layers and layering? Traction between tectonic plates. What is meant by Pyrrhic victory? Losses make victory futile, unfair win by technicality, or win by planned sabotage? Losses make victory futile. Which nation saw the founding and leadership of the Favorista Party, which led to a civil war under Rafael de la Cruz Franco Ojeda? Colombia, Paraguay, or Uruguay? Paraguay. Which is the name of the unit of resistance to electricity named after? Alessandro Volta, Benjamin Franklin, or George Simon Ohm? George Simon Ohm. Which cricket contests are the primary international ones, apart from the test matches and the ODIs? 2020 Internationals, ICC Super Series, or Champions Trophy? 2020 Internationals. Which nationality did the brothers belong to that created a hot air balloon designed powerful enough to carry people? Chinese, English, or French? French. Where is the iconic Golden Gate Bridge located? California, Illinois, or Louisiana? California. What is the name of an Indonesian traditional music group that plays instruments like bells, gongs, flutes, and xylophones? Gamelan, kelintang, or wayang? Gamelan. Which fantasy book series was adapted into the television series The Game of Thrones? A Song of Ice and Fire, House of Dragon, or The Way of Dragon and a Sword? A Song of Ice and Fire. When did the first orbital class rocket, some of whose components can be reflown, take off? 1990, 2000, or 2010? 2010. What is among the many areas in which the theories of a Dutch scientist, Jan Oort, have significantly expanded our understanding? Black holes, European history, or the Milky Way? The Milky Way. Which English cricket player made his debut in the Test match in 2006 and hit a century? Alastair Cook, Ian Blackwell, or James Anderson? Which English? Alastair Cook. Whose name is recognized by the International Physical Education Federation with the Thollin Prize? Camilla Thollin, Ingrid Thollin, or Mayor Joseph Thollin? Mayor Joseph Thollin. How many different sports were played in the Winter Paralympics by 2014? 2, 5, or 8? 5. Which of these dramas does not have Viola and Sebastian as characters? As You Like It, She's the Man, or 12th Night? As You Like It. Which spacecraft made history on November 12, 2014, when it successfully landed on a probe on an asteroid? Curiosity, Explorer, or Rosetta? Rosetta. Who developed and portrayed Waldorf T. Flywheel? Bob Hope, Groucho Marx, or Jerry Lewis? Groucho Marx. What did Sir Robert Watson Watt created in 1935 for military use? Gunpowder, radar, or TNT? Radar. What animal's milk must comprise 70% of the feta cheese marketed in Europe? Cow, horse, or sheep? Sheep. What day has been set aside for the inauguration of U.S. presidents since the late 1930s? January 20, July 4th, or April 1st? January 20. Which team did Michael Jordan play for when they won 6 titles in the National Basketball Association? Boston Celtics, Chicago Bulls, or Portland Trail Blazers? Chicago Bulls. Where is the Burj Al Arab Hotel designed like a sail? Abu Dhabi, Dubai, or Saudi Arabia? Dubai. Which of these is a bird species? Jamiroquai, Jambuddy, or Jacamar? Jacamar. The continent that lies north of Africa is named after what? The Greek goddess Europa, the indigenous people, or the currency used? The Greek goddess Europa. What is the estimated age of human arrival on the Australian continent? Almost 6,000 years, about 12,000 years, or at least 50,000 years? At least 50,000 years. On July 22, on the year 1298, Edward I of England defeated whose army at Falkirk? Robert Williams, Bruce Robbins, or William Wallace? William Wallace. When does the Tour de France usually takes place? January, March, or July? July. Which actor, born in 1895, starred in the movies Blood and Sand, The Sheik, and The Four Horsemen? Leonardo DiCaprio, Marlon Brando, or Rudolph Valentino? Rudolph Valentino. Yemen, Djibouti, and what other country are the three nations that border the Gulf of Aden? Libya, Oman, or Somalia? Somalia. What nationality was the author who originally created Pinocchio? British, German, or Italian? Italian. Of these, what is the luminous intensity unit of measurement? Candela, stream, or ohm? Candela. Who created England's first elected parliament in the year 1263 and was killed in the Battle of Evesham? King George III, Queen Victoria, or Simon de Montfort? Simon de Montfort. What kind of food is cassata siciliana? Cake, meat soup, or salad? Cake. Where is the Mersa Matro and Sheikh Mona Gyres located? The Cape of Good Hope, off the coast of Madagascar, or offshore between Libya and Egypt? Offshore between Libya and Egypt. What is the information paradox around black holes that Stephen Hawking proposed in the 1970s? They can disappear completely, they can slowly radiate energy, or they can have different temperatures. They can disappear completely. What did the two large gas-carrying pipes beneath the Baltic Sea do in September 2022? Exploded, got replaced, or started leaking? Exploded. Which of these was painted first? Late Fall, Persistence of Memory, or The Cloth Maja? The Cloth Maja. Where can one find the Locrian mode? In Newford Modals, in Architecture and Design, or in music? In music. How many people participated in the world record base jump from the top of the Burj Khalifa in Dubai in April 2014? 3, 12, or 24? 3. Which of these, according to the Jewish sacred writings, were the daughters of Laban and Aramid? Leah and Rachel, Miriam and Sipporah, or Sarah and Agar? Leah and Rachel. Which continent is home to the ostrich, lion, giraffe, and okapi species of native wildlife? Africa, Asia, or Australia? Africa. When the Spanish Civil War ended in 1936, Officer Franco, a military officer, became the head of state of Spain. Until when? 1938, 1949, or 1975? 1975. What is vermicide used for killing? Worms, snakes, or rats? Worms. Which of the following is not a conjunction? And, but, or if? If. Where is located the Thornton Bank wind farm, which powers Belgium, Brussels, Luxembourg, Germany, or in the North Sea? In the North Sea. Which of the following is present in My Fair Lady? Ascot Gabet, Memory, or Sunny in Spain? Ascot Gabet. Who was the American dramatist later awarded the Pulitzer Prize who authored The Odd Couple? Mel Gibson, Orson Welles, or Neil Simon? Neil Simon. What happened in Poland in 1918? Start of the First World War, invasion by Germany, or regained independence? Regained independence. Which of these refers to a knowledgeable and trained wine professional? Attendant, sommelier, or steward? Sommelier. Which of these nations has almost half the population of the continent it resides on and occupies nearly half of the continent? Australia, Brazil, or Liberia? Brazil. Which of these were impacted by the Amnesty Act of May 22, 1872, a federal legislation in the United States? Asian people in the U.S., ex-Confederate troops, or Native Americans? Ex-Confederated troops. Thank you so much for watching.